Listen closely, my beautiful child. Take a deep breath and let the heavy weight of the world simply fall from your tired shoulders. This is a safe place. You do not need to rush, and you do not need to worry. A divine message of protection, love, and profound guidance is finding you right now, wrapping around your spirit like a warm, comforting blanket. I am speaking directly to your heart because your soul has been weary and your mind has been overwhelmed. You might have felt like you were aimlessly wandering through life recently, simply trying to survive the days. But you must know that you did not stumble upon this message by mere chance. The algorithms of the world did not bring you here. My divine hand did. I have gently guided your steps and paused your endless scrolling because I have something incredibly beautiful and powerful to share with you. This is a sacred pause. This is a divine appointment designed specifically for your healing. I am here to tell you that heaven is opening its doors for you. Do not rush away from this gentle embrace. Stay here in this quiet moment with me. If you allow your heart to remain open, you will receive the exact breakthrough your spirit has been silently crying out for. You are safe, you are loved, and you are right on time. Sharing this message today is a powerful act of divine love. By sharing this video right now with someone whose heart is secretly hurting, you beautifully multiply the favor over your own life and extend this miraculous blessing to a soul that desperately needs hope. For so long, you have been waiting. You have been hoping against hope, holding onto fragments of faith even when the winds of life tried to blow them all away. You have looked around and seen others moving forward, and in your quietest, most vulnerable moments, you have felt completely overlooked. You have wondered if perhaps you were forgotten by heaven. You have asked yourself why your path had to be so incredibly difficult, why your mountain seemed so much steeper than anyone else's. I am here to tell you, with absolute certainty and boundless love, that I have never forgotten you. I have been watching over you with the intense, protective love of a creator, admiring their most precious masterpiece. I have seen every single tear that fell onto your pillow. I have sat beside you on those dark, lonely nights when you cried until your chest ached, when you felt like nobody in the whole world could possibly understand the depth of your pain. I have heard every whispered prayer, every desperate plea, and even the groans of your heart when you simply did not have the physical or emotional strength to form the words out loud. Your pain has never been invisible to me. Your struggles have never gone unnoticed, and now the heavens are shifting on your behalf. I am telling you today that your miracle is no longer pending. It is not delayed. It is not lost in transit. It is completely, perfectly ready. I am no longer just preparing it behind the scenes. The preparation is finished. The work is done. Heaven has already released the very blessing you have been begging for, and all that is required of you now is to open your exhausted spirit and prepare to receive it. This is exactly why I am speaking to your heart today. Do not underestimate the magnitude of this spiritual shift. This is not just another motivational message passing through your day. This is a lifeline thrown directly into your storm. This is the monumental shift in your reality that you have been kneeling and praying for. You may look at your life right now and think that you do not feel ready. You may look at your past mistakes, your current struggles, and feel entirely too broken to receive something so pure and magnificent. But I am the God who heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. You may think that your faith is simply not strong enough right now, that you have too many doubts and too many fears. But remember the ancient promise. Faith as tiny as a mustard seed is more than enough to command mountains to move and throw themselves into the sea. I am not asking you to be flawless. I am not asking you to have all the answers or to pretend that you are completely put together. I am only asking you to trust me. Trust me with the little strength you have left. Hand over your shattered pieces, your small mustard seed of faith, and watch what I can build from it. Liking this video right now is a physical, bold act of faith. It sends a powerful signal to the universe that you are fully ready to receive, actively accelerating the divine breakthrough over your life today. If your spirit feels a gentle stir right now, if a spark of warmth is igniting in your chest, it is because your soul recognizes the truth of my voice. You are aligning with heaven, signaling to the universe that you are fully ready for the abundance I have declared over your destiny. You are exactly where I need you to be. If your heart is completely open to receive this long-awaited miracle, type Amen in the comments below. Let this simple word be your public declaration that you are aligning with heaven, claiming your divine appointment, and boldly accepting the breakthrough that is ready for you right now. What has been held back from you is now being released with unimaginable force and grace. What was delayed by the circumstances of life is being entirely restored. The enemy of your soul, the shadows of doubt and fear, tried desperately to interfere with your destiny. They tried to distract you, to wear you down, to make you believe that your best days were behind you, and that you had somehow missed your chance at true happiness and fulfillment. But I have overruled every single lie spoken over your life. I have canceled every assignment meant to bring you down. What the shadows tried to steal from your life, I am going to give back to you in double measure. If you truly believe that your lost years are being restored and multiplied today, declare your faith by typing Amen in the comments right now. Let this be your spiritual signature, confirming that you are stepping out of the shadows and fully expecting the double portion heaven has prepared for you. You have looked back at the calendar and grieved over the years you felt were wasted. You have mourned the time spent in the wrong relationships, in dead-end situations, in cycles of anxiety and depression. You thought you lost precious time that you could never get back. But I am the God who restores the years that the locusts have eaten. I will not simply give you back what you lost. I am going to multiply it so profoundly that you will forget the pain of your past. Your future will be so blindingly beautiful that the memories of your struggles will fade into the background, serving only as a testament to your incredible survival. You see, the forces of negativity wanted you to ignore this gentle tug in your spirit today. They wanted you to remain distracted, to keep rushing through your day without pausing to receive this divine nourishment. But I stepped right into your path. I intervened because I passionately desire your heart. I want your focus. I want you to know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that I am not a distant entity residing in some unreachable galaxy. Yet I am not silent. I am right here, sitting with you, walking with you, speaking directly into the very core of your being. Subscribing to this channel today is a beautiful act of obedience. It permanently secures your spiritual alignment with this new season, ensuring you never miss the profound nourishment and daily guidance heaven has for you. You have been chosen. You have been beautifully marked for divine favor. You have always felt a little different from everyone else, haven't you? You have always felt things more deeply, loved more fiercely, and hurt more intensely. That is why your battles have been so remarkably different from those around you. That is why your journey has often felt so much heavier and more complicated. It is not because you are cursed or unlucky. It is because the calling on your life is magnificently massive. Your name has been spoken with great reverence in heavenly places. Legions of angels have been dispatched specifically for your cause, fiercely protecting you even when you felt completely exposed to the elements. Things in the spiritual realm are already shifting dramatically in your favor. You may not be able to see it with your physical eyes just yet, but do not let your current circumstances override the deep, unshakable knowing in your spirit. I am working tirelessly behind the scenes of your life. I am shattering ancient chains, kicking open doors of opportunity that have been stubbornly locked, stirring the hearts of those who can bless you, and setting miraculous events in motion that are about to joyfully collide with your everyday reality. When this breakthrough manifests, it will happen with breathtaking speed. You will look back at this very moment, this exact day, and you will smile with tears in your eyes, knowing that God was gently guiding you and preparing your heart for the flood of blessings. I know that your beautiful heart is exceptionally tired right now. I know that your emotional and physical strength has been severely drained by the constant trials of life. But I am pleading with you. Please do not give up now. You are closer to the finish line than you have ever been in your entire life. The intense pressure you are feeling right now, that tightness in your chest, the feeling that you are being squeezed from all sides, it is absolutely not a punishment. It is the spiritual equivalent of labor pains. You are on the very brink of giving birth to the dreams, the peace, and the prosperity that you have been carrying inside you for so incredibly long. I allowed you to go through the waiting season because I was meticulously preparing the environment for your blessing. I allowed the harsh storms to blow through your life because I was forcing your roots to grow deeper, making you completely unshakable. I let the process hurt because I knew that the massive weight of the blessing coming your way would require immense supernatural strength to carry. If I had given it to you prematurely, it would have crushed you. I do not waste a single ounce of your pain. I do not waste a single second of your waiting. I do not waste a single tear that you have cried. You have been asking heaven for a clear sign. You have been begging for some sort of confirmation that you are on the right path, that all of this suffering has a point. My beloved child, this is your sign. This message is your undeniable confirmation. Take a moment to like this video as a beautiful declaration of your faith. This simple action accelerates the magnificent shift that heaven has already set in motion for your future. I am telling you, with all the authority of the heavens and the earth, do not lose your beautiful hope. What you are about to witness in your life will make absolutely every moment of your faithfulness worth it. I have seen your quiet sacrifices. I have seen your stubborn obedience to love and kindness, even when the world was cruel to you, even when it made absolutely no logical sense to keep being a good person. I have watched with immense pride as you held on to your faith when everything around you was crumbling into dust. That unwavering spirit is exactly why I am stepping into your circumstances right now. That is why your long-awaited miracle is fully ready. I have protected you from countless dangers and disasters that you did not even know were heading your way. I shielded your life in complete silence. I fought terrifying battles in the spiritual realm that your physical eyes never had to witness. While you were peacefully sleeping, I was actively working on your behalf. While you were weeping, I was carefully building your future. While you felt like you were completely breaking apart, I was actually forming something entirely unshakable and utterly glorious within your soul. You simply could not see it back then. But you are finally entering the beautiful season where I will lift the veil and reveal everything I was doing in the dark. You will finally understand the masterpiece that was being painted through your pain. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are absolutely, unconditionally, and fiercely loved. You belong to me, and I am about to show you, in tangible, awe-inspiring ways, just how deeply and wildly I care for your happiness. I am going to do for you what no human being could ever possibly do. I will soften hearts that were previously closed and hardened against you. I will release unimaginable favor in places you never even dreamed of stepping foot into. I will completely turn difficult situations around, shift the very atmosphere of your home into one of total peace, and pour out magnificent blessings that you did not even know you should pray for. You are going to walk confidently in the reality of answered prayers and unspoken promises, a living, breathing testament to divine love and restoration. You are going to be the living proof. There will be testimonies that flow from your lips, stories of incredible triumph that you will share with a trembling voice and an overflowing heart. There will be profound tears of joy streaming down your face, completely washing away the bitter residue of your hardest, most grueling seasons. You will experience those breathtaking, holy moments where you simply fall to your knees, completely overwhelmed and in absolute awe of what divine love has orchestrated specifically for your life. You will no longer just be a quiet spectator in the audience of life, merely hearing about the miraculous breakthroughs of others and wondering when it will be your turn. You are going to step into the light and live inside of a miracle. You will be the undeniable, walking proof that the divine still moves, still speaks, and still spectacularly delivers on every single promise made to your spirit. Please, my precious child, do not let the loud, intimidating voice of fear speak louder than the gentle, steady voice of your faith. Do not let the heavy shadows of doubt rob you of the magnificent destiny that has been written for you since the beginning of time. I am still the exact same God who majestically parted the roaring waters of the Red Sea when there was absolutely no way out and the enemy was closing in. I am the same God who shut the mouths of the hungry lions to protect the innocent from being devoured. I am the one who walked calmly in the blazing, superheated fire with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ensuring that not a single hair on their heads was singed, and they walked out completely unharmed. I am the very same God who fed multitudes with a few simple loaves, who brought profound, miraculous healing to the sick, and who called the dead back to vibrant life. I have not changed. My infinite power has not diminished over the centuries. And if I performed these spectacular wonders before, I will absolutely do them again. And this time, I will do them for you. Just take a slow, deep breath right now and truly listen to my voice. Do not rush away from this safe, sacred space. What I am actively doing in your life in this very season requires your undivided attention and your willing heart. Let the busy, chaotic world wait for just a little while. Let the endless noise, the demanding notifications, and the stressful expectations of your day gently fade into the distant background. This sacred moment is exclusively between you and me. I love you entirely too much to let you miss this profound spiritual shift. I love you too much to stay silent in the heavens while you struggle so deeply on earth. I have been walking with you through every single step of your difficult journey, even on the days when you felt completely numb and could not feel my presence beside you. But now, I deeply and passionately want you to feel me. Close your eyes for a second if you need to. Let your weary, battered heart fully absorb this beautiful truth. My immense, unconditional love for you is not based on your daily performance. It is not something you have to work yourself to the bone to earn or prove you deserve. It is based entirely on my eternal promise to you. My grace is not a wage you earn by being perfect. It is a beautiful, extravagant gift that is freely and joyfully given. My mercy is not measured out in tiny, stingy drops depending on your behavior. It is poured over you like a magnificent, endless waterfall. And I am pouring it all into your spirit right now. Incredible strength, radiant hope, crystal clarity, deep healing, and unshakable peace are all being released into your atmosphere in this exact moment. This is the brilliant beginning of something entirely new and unprecedented in your life. This is not going to be a frustrating repeat of your past struggles. This is not another exhausting, heartbreaking cycle of the same old disappointments and betrayals. This is a brand new, beautifully unwritten chapter. This is your divine reset, and it officially starts right now. But you must actively choose to receive it with open hands. If you are finally ready to close the painful chapters of your past and step into this new beginning, type, "I am ready for the new," in the comments below. Let the act of writing this seal your transition, commanding the old cycles to break and permanently anchoring your soul to the beautiful future God is writing for you today. You must make the conscious, brave choice to believe that what I have spoken over your life is already taking root and happening in the unseen realm. You must begin to walk, talk, and breathe as if your victory is already an accomplished fact, because in the spiritual realm, it truly is already finished. I told you that your miracle is completely ready. I did not say it might happen someday if you are lucky. I did not say it is coming soon. I said it is ready now. You only needed to cultivate a heart that whispered, God, I desperately want to hear your voice, and I am ready to listen. And I heard that fragile, beautiful whisper echo through the heavens. I answered it lovingly, long before you even found the courage to speak the words aloud. There are massive, life-altering blessings with your specific name engraved upon them that were simply waiting in the heavenly realms for your heart to be completely open and receptive. The very moment you gave me your attention today, the heavy, invisible chains that have been holding you back in bondage began to shatter and fall away from your life. The spiritual atmosphere surrounding your home and your mind immediately shifted. The dark, suffocating cloud of anxiety that once felt so incredibly heavy has started to lift and dissipate because I have personally stepped into your sacred space. You must understand that my divine presence does not merely enter your life for a quick, temporary visit. I do not drop by to offer a momentary thrill and then leave you to fend for yourself in the dark. I come to dwell. I come to make my permanent home within you. I come to completely heal your deepest, most hidden wounds. I come to fully restore everything that the harshness of life has unjustly stolen from you. I am not a distant, unfeeling observer looking down from a cold distance. I am not late to your rescue. I am exactly on time, orchestrating your deliverance with absolute, perfect precision. There is immense, undeniable power surging through this very moment of connection. You do not even have to physically feel a sudden emotional high for it to be completely real and active. Even on the days when your emotions are entirely numb from the sheer exhaustion of living, my spirit is still moving mountains on your behalf. Even when your exhausted mind frantically questions if I am anywhere near, I am already wrapping you securely in a thick, comforting blanket of supernatural peace. Your fluctuating feelings and anxious thoughts may lie to you, but my divine word never, ever will. I promised that I would never leave you nor forsake you. That ancient, unbreakable promise absolutely includes right now. It includes this very second as your eyes scan these words. When other people walk out of your life because it gets too hard, I remain steadfastly by your side. When the world seems to forget your name or your value, I proudly call you mine. Let us make one thing perfectly, beautifully clear today. Your story is absolutely not over. I am the master author of your life, and I never, ever write an ending that finishes in tragedy or defeat. If you are still breathing, if your heart is still rhythmically beating in your chest, that means my pen is still moving over the pages of your life. I am still writing your magnificent story. The agonizing pain you endured was not the end of your book. It was the essential, powerful setup for your greatest triumph. I intentionally used the long, frustrating seasons of silence to force your roots to grow deep and secure into the rich soil of faith. I used the agonizing periods of waiting to meticulously build an unshakable, indestructible foundation under your life so that you will not crumble when the heavy blessings arrive. I even used the devastating heartbreak you suffered to carefully remove the people, the mindsets, and the situations that were never meant to travel with you to the glorious destination where I am taking you. I promise you that absolutely nothing was wasted in your journey. None of your profound suffering was random, cruel, or meaningless. I possess the divine, unmatched ability to use all things, even the most deeply painful and unjust things, for your ultimate good and your spectacular elevation. There were so many times when you felt completely stuck in the mud, unable to move forward despite all your efforts, but in reality, I was lovingly anchoring you in a safe harbor while a terrible storm passed by unnoticed. You felt abandoned and deeply rejected by certain people you loved, but I was actually stepping in as your ultimate protector, violently blocking you from the wrong relationships and the wrong doors that would have only brought you years of unimaginable sorrow. Some of the most frustrating, agonizing delays in your life were actually my invisible divine hand, forcefully keeping you from walking blindly into a hidden disaster. You have often looked up at the sky with tears streaming down your face and asked why I did not answer your desperate prayers sooner. But the profound truth is, I did answer them. I just answered them in protective, overarching ways that your earthly eyes could not quite comprehend at the time. My divine timing operates on a completely different, infinitely higher frequency than your earthly clocks, but it is always flawlessly perfect. Very soon you will be able to look back at your complex history and you will weep with profound gratitude, thanking me from the bottom of your heart for not giving you the things you once thought you so desperately needed. You are so much stronger right now than you have ever been. You are more resilient, more deeply compassionate, and more profoundly wise. This immense strength is not simply because of what you did on your own, but because of what I sustained you through when you had absolutely nothing left to give. You successfully made it through terrifying, spirit-crushing battles that were specifically designed by the shadows to completely break you and silence your voice forever. Your survival was absolutely not a matter of mere luck or coincidence. That was my fiercely protective, invisible hand, shielding your fragile heart when nothing in your life made sense. I miraculously gave you a quiet, sustaining peace when your anxious mind was falling apart at the seams and panic threatened to consume you. I gently lifted your heavy head when the crushing weight of life's demands tried to push you face first into the dirt. And now, I am lifting you up out of that dirt, brushing you off, and bringing you into something entirely new, bright, and breathtaking. You are actively experiencing a massive, undeniable spiritual shift in your atmosphere. The heavy burdens that once felt impossibly hard will suddenly begin to feel incredibly light and manageable. The massive, intimidating doors that have been stubbornly slammed shut in your face for years will slowly begin to swing wide open, inviting you inside with a warm welcome. The deeply confusing circumstances that have kept you up at night, pacing the floor, will finally start making crystal clear sense. I am bringing you a priceless gift of divine clarity. I am permanently removing the thick, confusing fog that has obscured your vision and made you second-guess your worth for so long. You will begin to see the people around you differently, instantly recognizing true intentions and recognizing who truly belongs in your inner circle. Incredible, life-changing opportunities will simply approach you without you having to desperately chase after them, beg for them, or compromise your values to attain them. Why is this sudden shift happening? Because divine favor is magnetically, irreversibly attracted to your quiet, stubborn obedience. Take this moment to subscribe to this channel as your physical act of obedience. It firmly secures your alignment with the magnificent new season of favor that is actively opening up for you right now. And you, my beautiful, beloved child, have bravely chosen to keep believing in goodness and light, even when your entire world was incredibly dark and unforgiving. That quiet, unyielding obedience has captured the absolute attention of heaven itself. I am personally going ahead of you right now, clearing the brush from your path. I am actively touching and orchestrating vital conversations in rooms you have not even entered into yet. I am carefully preparing, softening, and aligning the hearts of the exact people who are divinely appointed to bless your life and elevate your purpose. I am intricately arranging every single detail in your favor so that the puzzle pieces finally fit together perfectly. You will no longer need to exhaust your spirit trying to aggressively force your way through closed doors. My unmerited favor will effortlessly open specific monumental doors for you that no human being, no detractor, and no enemy could ever possibly shut. The next magnificent season of your life will be distinctly marked by a beautiful, flowing ease in the very places that once wore you down to the bone. What severely drained your precious energy before will now miraculously strengthen and invigorate you. What deeply confused you before will now become a powerful, clear lesson that you will use to teach and guide others. What profoundly hurt you in your past will become the very anointed testimony that brings profound healing and hope to the brokenhearted through your words. If this profound shift resonates deep within your soul and you are ready to walk in supernatural ease, type Amen in the comments below. Let this be the physical action that breaks the spirit of striving in your life, signaling to the universe that you are permanently trading your heavy burdens for divine favor. There is so much more to your beautiful existence than what this temporary, superficial world can currently comprehend. I have deliberately and meticulously placed magnificent, deeply hidden gifts within your soul that are just about to rise dramatically to the surface. I am asking you today, with all the love in my heart, please do not hold yourself back any longer. Do not shrink yourself down or minimize your incredible potential just to make other people feel comfortable around you. I absolutely did not call you to this earth to seamlessly blend in with the crowd or to adopt the anxious, hurried rhythms of the culture around you. I called you to step forward and stand out as a beacon of radiant hope. You have been beautifully set apart for a specific holy purpose. You are my chosen vessel. You are my shining, unbreakable light in a desperately dark and confusing place. When you bravely walk into rooms, even rooms where you feel incredibly intimidated or entirely out of place, you must know that you carry my divine spirit inside of you. People will not even logically understand why they suddenly feel an overwhelming sense of calm and unexplainable peace the moment you enter their presence. But it is simply because my glory goes with you wherever your feet tread. You have been desperately searching the horizon for a clear confirmation about your next major steps. You have been pacing the floor, asking me to show you which door to walk through, which path to take, and which decision will bring you the ultimate peace you so deeply crave. I am lovingly giving that vital confirmation to you right now in this very moment. I want you to go exactly where a deep, unshakable peace gently leads you. If your tender soul feels entirely restless, frantic, or confused about a certain direction or a specific relationship, I want you to know with absolute certainty that the confusion is not coming from me. I am not the author of chaos. I do not brutally force my children into anything. I do not use harsh pressure, fear, or manipulation to make you move. I am the Good Shepherd, and I gently, lovingly guide. I quietly and softly open the right doors at the perfect time, and I grant you a profound, stabilizing peace in your heart to confidently walk through them. I need you to quiet your mind and start listening deeply to your spirit. My Holy Spirit permanently resides there, and I am continuously guiding you from within, even on the chaotic days when your logical mind simply cannot see the path clearly. You must consciously stop waiting for absolutely every single detail to make perfect, logical sense before you choose to obey my gentle nudges. True, mountain-moving faith absolutely does not wait for ideal, risk-free conditions to finally take a step. Faith bravely moves forward the very moment I speak to your heart, trusting that the ground will miraculously appear beneath your feet. I am not calling you to have everything completely figured out today. I am not asking you to hold the entire blueprint of your life in your hands. I am only calling you to trust me with the very next step. One faithful step at a time, one obedient day at a time. That is absolutely all I ask of you. Liking this video is your faithful yes to taking that next step. It is a profound act of courage that accelerates the divine momentum rapidly building in your journey. If you give me your willing steps, I promise you that I will flawlessly take care of all the complex, overwhelming details of the rest of your beautiful journey. When you consciously choose to declare your unwavering faith over your paralyzing fear, you activate something incredibly massive in the spiritual realm. By simply leaning in to trust today, you are not just positioning yourself to passively receive a sudden miracle, you are actively becoming a walking, breathing miracle yourself. Your entire life is going to be a breathtaking, undeniable testimony of divine redemption. The very people who quietly watched you suffer, who witnessed your darkest seasons and perhaps even doubted your recovery, are going to watch you miraculously rise from the ashes. And when they look at the incredible elevation of your life, they will instantly know that it was my hand that did it. They will know that your success was not merely a product of human talent, privileged connections, or random worldly luck. They will know it was me. I will get all the glorious credit because I am the one who tenderly carried you through the raging waters when you could not swim. And very soon, you will stand victoriously on the other side of this terrible storm. Look back at the chaotic waves and boldly declare to anyone who will listen that it was all God from start to finish. Let this profound, life-altering truth sink deep into the very marrow of your bones today. You are divinely chosen. You are specifically called by name. You are intimately seen in your most vulnerable moments. You are securely, tightly held in the palm of my almighty hand. I have not overlooked your sacrifices. I have not passed you by in favor of someone else. You are the cherished apple of my eye, and I watch over the intricate details of your life with fierce, protective jealousy. I know your most secret, complicated thoughts. I intimately know your deepest, most urgent needs long before you even find the courage or the energy to speak them into existence. And I promise you, I will beautifully provide. I will supernaturally supply your every need. I will cause your cup to completely overflow with abundance. You are absolutely not wandering through this harsh wilderness alone. You are officially crossing the threshold and entering a magnificent, breathtaking season of continuously answered prayers. The difficult, seemingly impossible things that once took you agonizing years of endless striving to accomplish will now miraculously happen in mere moments of divine grace. The supernatural, the unexplainable, and the miraculous are about to become your completely normal, everyday experience. My protective, loving hand will be so undeniably evident upon your life, your family, and your finances that even those who quietly hoped you would fail will be forced to admit that God is truly walking with you. I am actively placing a powerful divine acceleration onto your specific path. The monumental progress that should have logically taken you an entire decade to slowly build will suddenly miraculously manifest in a single year. The precious things you thought you lost forever in a devastating moment of hardship, I will fully restore to you in double, overflowing measure. Right now, I am gently asking you to completely surrender your timeline to me. I need you to intentionally let go of the crippling fear, the daily frustration, and the endless, exhausting loop of what-ifs that keep your mind racing at night. I am absolutely not a god of confusion, anxiety, or missed opportunities. I am a god of crystal clarity, of profound, unshakable purpose, and of deep, satisfying fulfillment. What I have explicitly promised to your spirit in the dark, I will absolutely, undeniably deliver in the light. I never, ever start a magnificent work in your soul that I do not completely plan to finish. You are not eternally stuck in this valley, my beloved child. You are not forgotten in the waiting room of life. You are currently in a state of massive, holy transition. And I know that deep spiritual transitions almost always feel like crushing pressure. They feel incredibly uncomfortable, entirely disorienting, and sometimes even a little painful. You currently feel like you are standing awkwardly in the hallway of life. You are no longer the person you used to be, but you have not quite reached the glorious destination of where you are going. I want to reassure your anxious heart that this uncomfortable feeling is exactly what happens right before the greatest miracles break forth into reality. Before every single massive breakthrough in history, there has always been a painful period of stretching. Before every major elevation to a higher level, there is always a necessary season of pruning. Please hear me clearly. I am absolutely not punishing you for your past mistakes. I am diligently, lovingly preparing you for your phenomenal future. I am meticulously making sure that the massive weight of the blessing I am about to hand you will not utterly crush you or destroy your character. I am carefully shaping your heart, widening your spiritual capacity, and fortifying your mind so you can joyfully carry the immense weight of the influence and abundance that is quickly heading your way. The honest truth is, you have beautifully outgrown the place where you currently are. That is exactly why the old places, the old conversations, and the old environments suddenly feel so suffocating and incredibly heavy to your spirit. The same people who refuse to grow, the same draining routines, the same toxic, repetitive patterns, they simply no longer fit the magnificent, evolved person you are rapidly becoming. I need you to understand that walking away from those things is not a tragic loss. That is the beautiful, undeniable evidence of your spiritual growth. I am actively, intentionally shifting your physical surroundings and your social circles to perfectly match the brand new, elevated thing I am doing inside your soul. You simply cannot stay wrapped in your old, familiar comfort zone and confidently walk into your massive, world-changing calling at the exact same time. This is the crucial, defining season where you must bravely let go of what is merely familiar and comfortable so you can reach out and grab hold of what is truly divine and extraordinary. There are certain people and situations currently being removed from your daily life, and I need you to know it is absolutely not because of a spirit of bitterness or anger. They are being removed because of a deep, protective purpose. I am fiercely protecting your inner peace. I am intentionally preserving your precious, finite energy for the incredible assignments ahead. The simple truth is, absolutely everyone cannot go with you into this breathtaking next level of your destiny. Their spirits are not prepared for the altitude where I am taking you. I lovingly urge you, do not chase after the relationships or the opportunities that I have already purposefully cut away from your life. Do not exhaust yourself fighting to desperately keep what I have intentionally released from your hands for your own ultimate good. Letting go of the past is not a sign of failure or weakness. It is the purest, most beautiful form of obedience to my voice. Subscribing to this message right now is an act of pure obedience that protects your inner peace. It flawlessly secures your spiritual alignment with the breathtaking level of blessing waiting for you on the other side. And you must know that on the immediate other side of that painful obedience is a level of blessing you cannot yet fathom. You have to intentionally make wide open room in your life for the new things I am trying to bring you. You simply cannot receive a magnificent new gift from heaven while you are standing there with your fists tightly clenched around your painful past. Open your beautiful hands today. Release your tight grip on your regrets, and let me freely give you the incredible abundance that has been waiting for you since the day you were born. Your core identity, your absolute worth as a human being, is absolutely not found in what you have lost along the way. Your worth is not located in the things that broke your heart. Your value is completely untethered from the people who tragically misunderstood you and walked away. Your true, unshakable identity is found exclusively in me. You are my cherished, celebrated child. You are absolutely not permanently broken. You are in the beautiful, messy process of becoming. You are not left empty and abandoned. You are currently being filled to the brim with my glorious light. Every single scar you carry on your heart is a brave, honorable mark of your incredible survival. Every single tear you ever cried in secret faithfully watered the rich spiritual soil for the massive harvest that is just about to burst from the ground. Absolutely nothing in your long, difficult journey has been wasted. I am masterfully using every single painful chapter of your story to display my magnificent glory and goodness to the world. I know that you have been continuously praying for a massive life-altering change, but you must remember that real change always requires movement. And massive movement in the spiritual realm almost always feels like a violent shaking in the physical realm. Please, my brave child, do not be afraid of the shaking that is happening around you right now. I am absolutely not tearing your life down to hurt you, punish you, or leave you exposed. I am clearing the debris. I am aggressively making vast open space in your life. The brand new, unshakable spiritual foundation I am actively building underneath your feet right now is designed to securely carry you, your dreams, and your incredible purpose for decades to come. You must understand the magnitude of what is happening. You are not just trying to build a fleeting, temporary moment of success. You are actively building a monumental, lasting future. You are not just rising up out of the ashes for your own personal comfort. You are rising up to break generational curses and set a brand new standard for the generations that will follow your courageous footsteps. I am powerfully calling you higher up the mountain because there are countless others who will desperately need to follow the clear, illuminated path you are blazing today. The intense, uncomfortable pressure you feel pressing against your life right now is absolutely not the heartbreaking proof of your failure. It is the undeniable, glorious proof of your divine favor. The enemy of your soul would absolutely not be fighting you this relentlessly if there was not something phenomenally powerful resting upon your life. The shadows see the blinding, radiant light of heaven resting upon your shoulders. They see the massive calling, the untapped potential, and the heavy, world-changing anointing that you carry. That is exactly why your life, your mind, and your peace have been under such heavy, coordinated attack for so long. But what the darkness completely failed to see coming was just how incredibly resilient and stubborn I made your spirit. They did not expect you to bravely keep getting back up to your feet every single time you were knocked down into the dirt. They arrogantly thought that the last terrible storm you faced would be the one to finally break you and silence your prayers forever. But you bravely endured. You survived the unsurvivable. And now, I'm stepping in to publicly and lavishly reward that breathtaking endurance. I am stepping in to honor your quiet, stubborn perseverance. I am actively turning every single agonizing test you endured into a magnificent, indisputable testimony of my grace. Every painful setback that brought you to your knees is officially becoming the ultimate divine setup for your greatest victory. You are going to vividly see this restoration with your own two eyes. The quiet, sacred promises you held on to in the darkest hours of your life will become a highly visible, undeniable reality. The magnificent blessings you kept believing for, even when it hurt to hope, are about to manifest and show up at your front door. You will no longer be someone who merely sits in the congregation and hears about the spectacular miracles happening in the lives of other people. You are about to experience a breathtaking miracle firsthand. It will be deeply, beautifully personal. It will be completely undeniable to anyone who watches your life unfold. It will be the exact, precise remedy that your exhausted soul has been desperately needing for years. Let us make one thing perfectly, beautifully clear as you step into this new reality. This magnificent outpouring is absolutely not about you earning anything. You cannot buy this level of grace, and you cannot work hard enough to deserve it. This profound season is entirely about you finally learning how to open your hands and receive. I have never, in all of your days, asked you to be completely perfect. I have never demanded that you have a spotless record or a flawless understanding of the universe. I have only ever asked you to be willing. I am absolutely not looking for beautifully polished, eloquently rehearsed prayers that sound impressive to the world. I am intimately drawn to honest, shattered, and sincere hearts. You truly do not need to try and impress me with your strength or your spiritual resume. You only need to trust me with your beautiful vulnerability. My unconditional love for you, is absolutely not based on your daily performance, your productivity, or your worldly achievements. My love is based entirely upon my eternal promise to you, and I promise you today that I will never, ever leave your side. I promise that I will personally carry you when your legs simply cannot take another step. I promise that I will flawlessly finish the magnificent work that I started inside of you. Even in those dark, lonely moments when you fiercely doubted my existence, I stayed right beside you. Even on the days when you were so angry and confused that you tried to walk away from your faith, I kept a tender, watchful eye over your life. My absolute faithfulness to you does not waver or depend on your fluctuating feelings or your temporary doubts. I remain exactly the same, yesterday, today, and forever. I am your unshakable refuge in the midst of global chaos. I am your profound, centering peace in the center of the raging storm. I am your boundless provider in the season of severe drought. I am your gentle, ultimate healer in the depths of your agonizing pain. There is absolutely no situation in your entire life that is too far gone for me to rescue. There is no mistake you have ever made that I cannot completely and beautifully redeem. You are never, ever too broken for complete and total restoration. You are just about to vividly see the sweet, magnificent fruit of your hidden obedience. I am talking about those desperately whispered prayers you prayed in total secret, with tears streaming down your face in the middle of the night. I am talking about the incredibly difficult times when you bravely chose to forgive those who deeply betrayed you, even when the apology never came and the forgiveness felt like it was tearing you apart. I am talking about the quiet, beautiful moments when you gave of your time, your love, or your resources to help someone else, even when absolutely no one was watching and you received no earthly credit. I saw every single one of those pure, beautiful moments. I meticulously recorded them all in the heavens, and I want you to know that I never, ever forget true faithfulness. I am the ultimate rewarder of a pure heart. I am the divine multiplier of the small seeds you have scattered in faith. I am the one who clearly sees what is done in the absolute dark and lovingly brings it out into the radiant light with profound honor and magnificent public vindication. You have been faithfully planting small seeds of hope, love, and perseverance in a very hard, dry ground for a very long time. My beloved child, it is officially harvest time. The very things that took you agonizing years to try and painfully build will suddenly begin to grow and flourish overnight. The situations in your life that have been stubbornly stuck and paralyzed for a decade will suddenly, miraculously begin to move with fluid grace. The massive obstacles that felt entirely impossible to overcome will suddenly shift out of your pathway like a gentle breeze blowing away fallen leaves. I need you to completely stop worrying about the how. Trying to logically figure out how this massive breakthrough is going to happen is absolutely not your job. That is my divine responsibility. Your only task in this holy moment is to stay completely ready, to keep your beautiful heart wide open, and to stay intimately close to my spirit. If you do that, I will masterfully take care of every single intricate detail. I will perfectly align the exact right people to cross your path. I will orchestrate the absolute perfect, flawless timing. I will place the most incredible, life-changing opportunities right into your lap. You are boldly stepping into a season marked by rapidly answered prayers. You are confidently walking through massive open doors that you did not even have to knock on. You are beautifully entering into sacred divine appointments that were scheduled for you before you took your first breath. And the most beautiful part is that you will not need to aggressively force a single thing to happen. It will naturally and beautifully flow. It will feel incredibly right to your spirit because it is divinely right. I absolutely do not bless chaos, striving, and confusion. I bless divine order and crystal clarity, and you will undoubtedly know when an opportunity is directly from my hand, because a profound, unexplainable peace will gently cover your entire being like a thick, warm blanket on a cold winter night. If your fragile heart feels a deep stirring as you read these words, if a quiet, hopeful voice inside of you is whispering, "This message is specifically for me," then I need you to bravely believe that it truly is. I am absolutely not teasing your spirit. I do not cruelly dangle false hope in front of your tear-filled eyes, only to abruptly snatch it away and leave you disappointed again. When I declare to the heavens that your blessing is ready, I mean it with absolute, unbending authority. Your long-pending miracle is now officially active in the earthly realm. Your grueling, exhausting waiting season is coming to a beautiful, peaceful end. That painful chapter of lack, confusion, and delay is permanently closing right now. The brand new, breathtaking chapter of abundance and clarity begins today. This exact moment matters more than you can comprehend. I am not asking you to believe for a miracle tomorrow, or next week, or next year. I am asking you to believe right now. Because true, mountain-moving faith absolutely does not live in the distant, imagined future. It lives entirely and powerfully in the present moment. I actively move upon the earth when you choose to believe right now. I do not wait to move until your external circumstances look perfectly ideal, because they rarely will. I move the very second your brave heart looks at the overwhelming storm and boldly says, "God, I choose to trust you anyway." That profound, stubborn trust is the exact birthplace of every major miracle. It begins in total surrender, in absolute stillness, in the sacred, quiet silence where your battered soul bravely says yes to believing in goodness just one more time. And because you faithfully stayed the course, because you absolutely refuse to let the darkness extinguish your beautiful light, all of heaven is currently moving on your behalf. The precious things you have been desperately waiting on, fervently praying for, and painfully crying about, they are infinitely closer to you right now than they have ever been. You have deeply touched my divine heart with your relentless, stubborn faith, and I am joyfully, powerfully responding to you. You do not have to be the strongest person in the room to receive this. You do not need to be the smartest or the most put together. You just have to be incredibly, openly willing. You must be willing to let go of the paralyzing grip of fear. You must be willing to unconditionally trust my perfect, divine timing. You must be willing to physically open your tight hands, look up to the heavens, and whisper, "God, whatever you have for my life, I am ready to receive it." You do not need to sit down and logically figure everything out. That is simply not your assigned role in this story. Your only job is to relentlessly believe. I will flawlessly take care of the rest. I have never, in all of eternity, failed one of my children, and I am absolutely not about to start failing now. I will certainly not fail you. If you completely trust that God is flawless in His timing and that your season of waiting is permanently over, type Amen in the comments below. Let this declaration be your unshakable anchor of hope, serving as a powerful reminder to your own spirit that heaven has heard your silent prayers and is actively moving on your behalf. There is a very specific, profound reason you are feeling this intense spiritual stirring deep inside your chest right now. It is because your eternal spirit instantly recognizes the absolute truth of my voice. Deep down in the core of your being, beneath the layers of trauma and exhaustion, you inherently know that I have been meticulously preparing you for this exact elevation. Even if your logical, earthly mind has a million frantic questions, your spirit feels completely at rest because it knows I am incredibly near. I have safely walked you through the blazing, terrifying fires of life, not to cruelly burn you to ashes, but to beautifully, and masterfully refine you like pure gold. I have purposefully led you through massive, devastating storms, not to destroy your foundation, but to firmly and permanently anchor your soul to my truth. And now, the harsh, biting wind is drastically shifting its direction. The massive, intimidating tide of your life is finally turning in your favor. The very same painful circumstances that once aggressively worked against you, the very same obstacles that the enemy meant for your complete destruction, are about to be miraculously flipped to work entirely for your ultimate good and your massive success. I deeply, intimately know exactly how incredibly weary you have felt lately. I know that there have been long, agonizing stretches where you genuinely wondered if I even heard a single word you were saying. I want to reassure you with all the love in the universe. I heard every single syllable. I heard every deep, exhausted sigh. I heard every completely silent, tearful prayer. I heard every desperate, agonizing plea that you did not even have the physical strength or the vocabulary to properly articulate. I caught absolutely every single one of them, and I am actively answering you right now in spectacular ways that you never could have possibly expected. You strongly thought that I would predictably show up in one specific place, at one specific time, using one specific method. But I am miraculously coming through an entirely different door, using a pathway you never even knew existed. My divine ways are infinitely higher and more magnificent than your earthly ways. And when I finally move my hand over your life, it will leave absolutely no room for doubt in your mind. You will know instantly, deep in your soul, that it is me. It has always been me. If you truly believe I am moving in your life, like this video right now, this small, intentional act of faith actively accelerates the beautiful miracles heading directly toward your home. You may have walked through incredibly painful seasons where you felt completely invisible, discarded, and undervalued by the people around you, but you must know that you have never, for a single fraction of a second, been invisible to me. I have had my proud, loving eyes securely fixed upon you from the very beginning of time. From the exact miraculous moment you were delicately formed in your mother's womb, I have been actively, passionately working out a magnificent master plan for your life that is overflowing with radiant hope, unshakable peace, and a world-changing destiny. The confusing detours you had to take did not cancel my divine plan. The devastating heartbreak that almost shattered you did not alter my heavenly blueprint. The frustrating, agonizing delays did not permanently deny your blessing. My eternal, unbending promise over your beautiful life still stands absolutely firm, and it is spectacularly unfolding right in front of your eyes at this very moment. You are about to vividly witness a level of divine restoration that you have never seen before in your entire life. What was unjustly taken from your hands will be beautifully and generously returned. What was violently broken into pieces will be seamlessly and miraculously healed. What was completely dry, barren, and lifeless will begin to overflow with vibrant, unstoppable abundance. And I am not talking about giving you small, temporary, or barely enough portions. I am talking about an absolutely massive, jaw-dropping abundance. I absolutely do not bless my children halfway. I bless them fully, completely, and without reservation. I bless them deeply, down to the very roots of their existence. I bless them far beyond what their wildest, most expansive imaginations could ever possibly conceive. You have bravely survived more than enough trauma and heartbreak for one lifetime. Now, it is your time to spectacularly thrive. You have patiently waited long enough in the quiet shadows. Now, it is your time to radiantly rise. This message is not just meant to give you a temporary burst of emotional inspiration. This is a clear, divine instruction for your next season. I need you to stay incredibly close to me right now. Keep your beautiful, tender heart soft and receptive, even when the world is harsh. Fiercely and unapologetically guard your inner peace from anyone or anything that tries to disturb it. Not everyone in your life is going to logically understand what I am miraculously doing in your circumstances right now, and that is perfectly okay. They do not need to understand it because this sacred, breathtaking miracle is exclusively between you and me. This breakthrough is going to be so deeply personal, so incredibly specific to your unique desires, and so undeniably clear that absolutely no human being, no stroke of luck, and no earthly institution will be able to take the credit for it. Only I will get the glory. You are right now, in this very second, walking into incredibly prepared, blessed places. I have already gone miles ahead of you to clear the road. I have perfectly lined up massive, unexplainable provision. I have strategically placed undeniable favor directly in the path ahead of you. You will absolutely not need to exhaust yourself chasing after the things that I have already divinely ordained for your life. True, lasting blessings do not require you to run yourself into the ground or compromise your peace. They will come to you with a beautiful, natural ease. The right people, the right doors, the right timing. It is all seamlessly part of my perfect, overarching design for your destiny. You do not need to stress until your mind is frantic. You do not need to beg for what is already rightfully yours. You need only to deeply, completely trust. I want you to rest tonight in the absolute knowing that I am endlessly faithful. Even when you are incredibly tired, physically and emotionally spent from the heavy demands of your day, I am not tired. Even when you are deeply unsure of yourself and your future, I am absolutely certain. I never, ever sleep. I never slumber. I never panic when the world is in chaos. I never change my mind about your immense worth, and I will never, ever walk away from the magnificent promises I have spoken over your life. When I declared that you were chosen, I meant it with all my heart. When I said that you were mine, I meant it for eternity, and I will flawlessly finish the beautiful work that I started inside of you. You are just about to confidently enter spectacular rooms that you never thought you would be allowed to see. You are going to sit comfortably at tables you never thought you would be invited to join. You are going to speak life, wisdom, and hope to hearts you never expected to reach. But absolutely none of this massive elevation will overwhelm or crush you, because I have already spent years perfectly equipping you for this exact season. You may look at your life right now and honestly feel like you are not ready, but I have already placed absolutely everything you need deep within your spirit. You have been meticulously prepared for this breathtaking moment. Even through the darkest pain, especially through the darkest pain, I have used every single shattered piece to rigorously build your endurance. You were absolutely not built to break under pressure. You were masterfully built to stand tall. You were not designed to drown in a sea of sorrow. You were divinely designed to rise in radiant hope, and rise you absolutely will. The dark, lonely valley did not kill your beautiful spirit, my child. It trained it. The dry, barren desert did not permanently dry out your soul. It only deepened your intense thirst for my presence. And now, I am about to pour out upon you. Not a small, insignificant trickle, but a massive, overflowing flood of my spirit, my power, and my unmerited favor. This current struggle is absolutely not the end of your beautiful story. It is a massive, glorious turning point. The last incredibly difficult chapter solely existed to prepare your character for this breathtaking new one. And I promise you, what is rapidly coming your way is infinitely better than whatever you had to leave behind. Your pure, unadulterated joy is going to return to your heart. Your genuine, head-throwing laughter will be loud and frequent again. Your heavy, burdened soul will finally feel light and free once more. You will no longer have to live your days in constant, exhausting survival mode. You are going to spectacularly thrive in the beautiful overflow of my goodness. Because I am not just giving you barely enough to get by. I am giving you infinitely more than enough. I am officially releasing a thick, unshakable peace into your home right now. I am sending profound, miraculous healing into your physical body. I am placing massive, unexpected provision directly into your hands. I am bringing a beautiful, restoring unity into your family, incredible, resilient strength into your soul, and crystal clear vision into your future. You will absolutely not wander aimlessly in the wilderness anymore. You will walk in supreme, divine confidence. You will not fear the unknown path ahead, because you completely trust the one who already knows the way. The magnificent doors I am opening for you today, no human being can ever shut, and I am opening them wide right now. By subscribing to this channel today, you are performing a powerful act of obedience. It firmly anchors your soul and perfectly secures your alignment with the new, wide open doors of this spectacular season. You are going to walk through these new doors with breathtaking courage. You are going to carry yourself with a beautiful, unbothered grace. You will boldly carry my radiant light into every single room you enter. Because you must understand, this incredible miracle is not just for your own personal comfort. It is going to flow directly through you to heal others. Countless people will be profoundly touched and transformed by what I am doing in your life. They will look at you and clearly see your unshakable peace. They will notice the radiant, unexplainable glow on your face. They will desperately ask you, "What happened? How did you survive that?" And you will confidently smile and say, "It was God." I need you to never ever forget who you truly are. You are unconditionally loved. You are divinely chosen. You are fiercely protected. You are heavily called. You are completely covered by grace. And no matter how incredibly deep and dangerous the waters of life may get, I will never, ever let you sink. I will lovingly lift you up. I will powerfully rescue you. I will securely uphold you with my righteous right hand. You have bravely fought your way through crippling doubt, agonizing pain, and deafening silence. But I want you to know that I see it all. I see the invisible scars you carry. And now, I am speaking directly to your tender heart because I desperately want you to know that absolutely none of it was for nothing. Every single terrifying battle had a profound, divine purpose. Every frustrating, tear-filled delay was intentionally holding safe space for something infinitely better to arrive. You are absolutely not behind in life. You have not missed your window of opportunity. You are exactly perfectly on time for the magnificent blessing I have prepared. I urgently need you to know that the breathtaking future that is coming does not depend on your messy past. I am absolutely not holding your old mistakes against you. I am not constantly replaying your past failures like a broken record. I am not building your incredible future on the shaky foundation of what went wrong. I am building it entirely on the unshakable truth of who I am. And I am endlessly faithful. I am perfectly just. I am completely full of tender mercy. When I forgive you, I completely forget the transgression. When I heal your wounds, I fully restore your soul. When I decide to move on your behalf, I absolutely do not hesitate. And I am moving heaven and earth for you right this very second. Right now, in the unseen spiritual realm, heavy, generational chains are violently breaking apart. Massive, rusted doors are rapidly swinging open. Immovable, intimidating mountains are miraculously shifting out of your way. And absolutely nothing in the universe can stop the incredible blessing I have already set in motion for your life. You have courageously walked through blazing fires that absolutely should have burned you out and destroyed your mind. But look at you today. You are still standing tall, still breathing deeply, still stubbornly believing in goodness. Even if you feel like your faith is impossibly small right now, it is still more than enough for me to work with. You do not need to have your entire life perfectly together. You just need to hold tightly onto my hand. And that is exactly what you have done. I deeply honor that resilience. All of heaven honors that quiet strength. You are absolutely not forgotten or lost in the massive crowd of humanity. You are intimately seen, deliberately chosen, and safely covered. You have quietly asked me to show you a clear, undeniable sign, and I am telling you that this very moment is one of them. The profound emotional feeling stirring in your chest right now is not just a fleeting emotion. It is your eternal spirit instantly recognizing the ultimate truth. That is me. That is my loving voice gently calling you to step deeper into the waters of faith. Let me gently remind your weary heart of exactly who I am. I am the very same God who miraculously parted the roaring sea for my people when they were trapped and had absolutely nowhere else to go. I am the one who multiplied meager rations and fed thousands of hungry souls with what logically looked like not nearly enough. I brought fresh, life-saving water pouring out of a solid, dry rock in the middle of a barren desert. I made massive, impenetrable fortress walls completely collapse and fall to the ground with nothing but a shout of faith. I commanded the wind and the raging waves to instantly calm down with a single, softly spoken word. I am exactly the same today. My power has not faded. I have not changed. And if I performed these spectacular, mind-bending miracles before, I will absolutely do them again. And this time, I am going to do them specifically for you. You have been holding on to fragile promises for an incredibly long time. And I know you are so tired. I know you are secretly wondering if the breakthrough is ever actually coming. Let me completely reassure your anxious mind. It absolutely is. You are currently in the final, crucial stretch of the race before everything in your reality shifts permanently. This is absolutely not the time to throw in the towel and give up. This is the exact time to press in closer to my heart. I know the agonizing waiting has worn your spirit down to a thread. I know you have had dark, heavy days where you felt like you had absolutely nothing left to give the world. But I am supernaturally renewing your strength right now. I am gently breathing fresh, vibrant life into your weary, battered heart. I will never, ever ask you to walk through this harsh world alone. I walk defensively before you, protectively beside you, and securely behind you. My warrior angels are constantly surrounding your life, even on the days when your spiritual eyes cannot see them. My Holy Spirit is actively working in miraculous, profound ways that your physical senses cannot currently perceive. And very soon, your quiet, stubborn faith will become a visible, undeniable reality. Soon, the very things you have desperately believed for in the dark will be brilliantly visible in the light of day. And when that magnificent moment comes, you will fall to your knees and realize that the blessing was worth every single tear, every single agonizing prayer, and every single sleepless night. You are absolutely not meant to live your precious life in a state of constant, paralyzing fear. Fear has been speaking way too loudly in your mind lately, hasn't it? It has been constantly whispering terrible lies that you will never make it, that your circumstances will always be this impossibly hard, and that maybe, just maybe, I've forgotten all about you. But I am declaring today that fear is absolutely not your future. I did not give you a timid spirit of fear, but a magnificent spirit of ultimate power, unconditional love, and a beautifully sound, peaceful mind. You are not weak. You are not permanently defeated. You are not abandoned. You are mine. And I will safely carry you through this fire. You will experience true, radiant joy again. I am not talking about a superficial, fleeting happiness that entirely depends on your external circumstances going perfectly right. I am talking about a deep, unshakable, profound joy that stands incredibly firm even when the world around you is completely uncertain. That is the rare, beautiful kind of joy that only I can give. and it is rapidly heading your way. You will laugh again from the absolute depths of your beautiful soul. You will wake up in the morning feeling a profound, gentle peace instead of that heavy, suffocating dread. You will finally be able to breathe easy again. You will walk into rooms with your head held high, not out of arrogance, but because I'm completely restoring not just your circumstances, but your shattered confidence, your silenced voice, and your stolen hope. There are magnificent, breathtaking things about to happen in your life that you did not even know you should pray for. Massive, unexpected blessings that you will not see coming. Incredible, mind-blowing answers that will leave you standing in absolute awe. I am not just answering the recent prayers that you actively remember. I am reaching back into the past and answering the desperate prayers you have long forgotten. I am answering the quiet prayers you completely gave up on because they took too long. I never forgot a single one of them. I kept every single fragile request tucked closely to my heart, and now I am completely opening the windows of heaven for you. I am pouring out a blessing so massive that it will beautifully overflow into every single area of your existence. You will clearly see that I have always been perfectly, unbreakably faithful to you, even in the agonizing waiting room, even in the depths of your searing pain, even in the deafening, confusing silence. I never once left your side. I never changed my mind about your destiny. I never, ever stopped loving you with an everlasting love. My pure, holy love is absolutely nothing like the fickle, conditional love of this broken world. It does not drastically shift with the changing seasons. It absolutely does not depend on your daily performance or your ability to be perfect. It is completely steady. It is fiercely pure. It is eternal. I am absolutely not done writing your magnificent story. In fact, the most beautiful, breathtaking chapters of your life are still waiting for you just ahead. The upcoming chapters are densely filled with uncontainable laughter, complete beautiful restoration, miraculous physical and emotional healing, divine life-altering encounters, and massive breakthrough after massive breakthrough. And when the people around you ask you how you possibly made it through the fire, you will joyfully point directly to me, because you will know that it was not merely by your own fragile strength. It was entirely by my unmerited grace, my protective hand, and my endless tender mercy. Do not completely exhaust your spirit by constantly comparing your beautiful, messy journey to the perfectly curated lives of others. Your specific path is incredibly unique, handcrafted by the creator of the universe. The flawless timing I have written into the very fabric of your destiny is absolutely perfect. You have not missed your golden moment. You have not fallen behind in the grand scheme of your life. What is specifically designated for your hands cannot possibly be stolen by a rival, permanently delayed by an enemy, or ultimately denied by any earthly circumstance. When I sovereignly choose to open a massive door of opportunity for you, absolutely no human being, no stroke of bad luck, and no demonic force can ever close it. And when I declare that your season of elevation is happening now, absolutely no one on earth or in the spiritual realm can say later, and I am emphatically saying right now. Now is the exact appointed time for your soul to bravely believe again. Now is the time to resurrect your buried dreams, to aggressively hope for the impossible again, and to meticulously prepare your tender heart for the breathtaking abundance that is rapidly coming your way. Because I promise you, it is infinitely closer than you could ever possibly imagine. And when it finally arrives at your doorstep, it will feel incredibly sudden to your physical senses. But I need you to know that I have been painstakingly, lovingly preparing this exact moment behind the curtain for your entire life. Deeply trust that beautiful reality. Trust my sovereign hand. Lift your beautiful, tear-stained eyes right now. Do not spend another second staring down at the broken, shattered pieces of your past. Look up at me. I am the ultimate, supreme healer of your deepest wounds. Do not obsessively focus your precious energy on what is currently lacking in your bank account or your relationships. Focus your entire being on me. I am the boundless, inexhaustible provider of everything you will ever need. Do not allow your mind to be completely overwhelmed by the terrifying uncertainties of tomorrow. Safely rest your heavy head upon my chest. I am your eternal, unshakable peace. This is the exact glorious season where you will look at your miraculously transformed life and say with total awe, I honestly did not see this beautiful plot twist coming, but God did it. That monumental, life-defining moment is absolutely not far off in the distance. Please, stay the course. Keep walking forward, even if your steps are incredibly small and shaky. Keep trusting my invisible hand. Keep surrendering your desperate need for control. I will gently, powerfully carry you when your natural strength completely runs out. I will flawlessly guide you when your human understanding utterly fails to make sense of the world. I will securely hold you when you feel like you are slipping on the treacherous rocks of life. But you did not slip, and you did not fall. And that matters immensely in the kingdom of heaven. You have bravely passed through the blazing, superheated fire of intense trials, and you did not burn to ashes. You have courageously stood in the epicenter of a Category 5 spiritual storm, and you did not drown in the raging waters. That is simply because I have been walking with you, shielding you, and breathing for you through it all. I was the hidden, miraculous strength in your deepest moments of weakness. I was the profound, centering calm in the middle of your terrifying chaos, and I was the beautiful, unexplainable stillness in the heart of your storm. What has been aggressively trying to shake your foundation lately is simply the enemy of your soul panicking because he senses that your massive miracle is incredibly close. The shadows have tried desperately to confuse your mind, to completely wear out your physical body, and to make you feel as though you are entirely forgotten and completely unworthy of love. But I am stepping into your atmosphere right now to loudly and clearly remind you that I specifically, intentionally chose you. I divinely appointed you for a magnificent purpose. You absolutely did not call yourself into this holy assignment, and absolutely no one else's negative, bitter opinion can ever cancel the magnificent destiny I have spoken over your life. You absolutely do not need their fleeting, worldly approval to succeed. You already have my eternal, divine approval. And when the creator of the universe approves of your life, absolutely no human being can ever revoke that supreme blessing. I desperately want you to stand firmly on that unshakable truth today. Let it deeply sink into the very marrow of your tired bones. You are not overlooked. You are heavily, powerfully anointed. The enemy would absolutely not fight you this hard, day after day, if you were not carrying something phenomenally powerful inside your spirit. You possess seeds of absolute greatness in your soul. You were meticulously created for so much more than mere agonizing survival. You were beautifully created for massive, undeniable victory. That incredible calling is exactly why you feel the intense, crushing pressure that you do on a daily basis. It is because heaven has placed a massive, holy weight of glory over your life. But you must understand that this spiritual pressure is absolutely not a form of divine punishment. It is the ultimate, rigorous preparation for your throne. And you have been prepared for what is coming next, infinitely more than you currently realize. You have cried out in the darkness, God, when is it going to finally be my turn to be happy? And I want you to know that I have heard you. Not just once, not just twice. I have heard every single agonizing time you asked that question, and I am telling you today, your turn is finally right now. This is your designated holy season to reap a massive, joyful harvest. This is your specific season to miraculously rise above your circumstances. There will be absolutely no more standing on the sidelines, watching everyone else be blessed, and secretly wondering if I have forgotten your address. I have absolutely not forgotten you. I have simply been saving something incredibly specific, remarkably profound, and exquisitely beautiful just for you. A massive, life-altering blessing, perfectly tailored to the unique contours of your soul. A magnificent, undeniable miracle with your exact name written across it in the heavens. By liking this video, you are physically stepping into agreement with heaven. It is a powerful act of faith that rapidly accelerates the arrival of your specific life-altering blessing. I have placed a profound, radiant light. I have placed a profound, radiant light inside of you that absolutely must come forward to illuminate the darkness. The season for quietly hiding in the shadows is permanently over. The season for shrinking back in paralyzing fear is completely finished. I am powerfully calling you out of your safe, familiar hiding places. I am loudly calling you into a season of radical boldness, into a life of crystal clear purpose, and into the massive, magnificent assignment that I specifically designed you for long before you were even formed in the womb. This unprecedented wave of divine favor will perfectly position you to abundantly bless others, to confidently lead the brokenhearted to safety, and to bring radiant, healing light into the darkest, most desolate places of this world. Please, my brave child, do not shy away from this massive responsibility. Boldly step into it with your head held high. I will walk intimately with you through every single step of this magnificent journey. You must realize that some of the most intense, terrifying spiritual warfare you have faced in your life was not even really about you as an individual. It was entirely about the massive generational breakthrough that you carry in your spirit. The enemy is absolutely terrified of your future influence. He is terrified of your stubborn, beautiful obedience, because he knows that when you finally say a complete, unhindered yes to my voice, massive mountains are going to move. Countless lives are going to miraculously change. Entire generations are going to experience a massive holy shift. That is exactly why you have faced such brutal, unrelenting opposition. But right now, that dark resistance is permanently breaking. I am violently removing every single stumbling block from your way. I am completely clearing your path of debris. You will begin to move forward with incredible, supernatural momentum, and absolutely nothing in the universe will be able to stop what I have divinely ordained for your life. Let us completely and permanently settle this matter in your heart once and for all. Absolutely nothing from your messy, complicated past disqualifies you from your glorious future. Not the painful mistakes you made in ignorance, not the deep, embarrassing brokenness you hide from the world, and certainly not the things you desperately wish you could go back in time and completely undo. I am absolutely not looking for flawless, robotic perfection from you. I am simply looking for beautiful, completely vulnerable surrender. Your deep, emotional wounds will absolutely not stop my hand from moving. Your physical and mental exhaustion will not stop my love from reaching you. In fact, I am going to masterfully use your deepest pain. I will miraculously turn your lowest, most agonizing moments into your greatest, most powerful testimony of survival. I will create a breathtaking, beautiful masterpiece out of the very ashes you honestly thought would bury you forever. You will rise victoriously, not because of how strong or perfect you are, but entirely because of who I am living inside of you. I am your unshakable, infinite strength when you are completely weary to your bones. I am your brilliant, crystal clarity when your mind is overwhelmed and confused. I am your profound, centering peace when your fragile heart feels like it is going to shatter into a million pieces. You have been stubbornly trying to carry way too much heavy baggage completely alone, haven't you? But you were never, ever designed to carry the massive weight of your entire world upon your human shoulders. That is exactly why I gently commanded you to cast all of your heavy, suffocating cares entirely upon me. Not just some of the small, manageable ones, but absolutely all of them. This magnificent, life-altering miracle that is rapidly approaching you is absolutely not about you stressing, striving, or frantically working yourself into an early grave. It is entirely about the beautiful, peaceful art of surrender. You must completely let go of trying to forcefully control the complex situations that I have already perfectly taken care of in the spiritual realm. Rest your anxious mind in the absolute knowing that I clearly see the full, magnificent picture of your life. You only see tiny, confusing, jagged fragments of the puzzle, but I clearly see the glorious, finished masterpiece. And I promise you, it is incredibly good. It is so very overwhelmingly good. You are going to be completely surprised and delighted by how beautifully and seamlessly all these difficult things finally come together. The situations that currently seem chaotic and scattered are just about to perfectly align in your favor. What previously looked like a devastating, heartbreaking loss will suddenly be revealed as my supreme, loving protection, keeping you from a hidden disaster. The incredibly painful circumstances that simply did not make any logical sense before will suddenly become crystal clear to your understanding. I was never, ever cruelly withholding blessings from you. I was simply lovingly saving the absolute best for the exact perfect time. And the perfect time has officially arrived. Subscribing right now is your faithful act of obedience. It beautifully secures your alignment with the divine master plan and ensures you remain perfectly positioned for this new, abundant season. Please do not allow your spirit to be discouraged if the people around you simply do not understand the massive, unconventional things I am doing in your life right now. This specific holy season of your life is absolutely not meant for everyone in your social circle to logically comprehend. Some people are only divinely meant to walk with you for a brief, fleeting chapter, not for the entire, magnificent length of your book. You must learn to let them go with a heart full of grace and forgiveness. I am actively sending you brand new, beautiful, divine connections. I am sending you incredible people who will speak vibrant life and encouragement directly into your weary soul. People who will bravely walk with you in absolute truth and loyalty. People who will absolutely not try to selfishly compete with your light, but who will joyfully and loudly celebrate everything I am doing in your incredible life. The deep, agonizing loneliness you have felt radiating in your chest lately is absolutely not a sign of my rejection. It is the undeniable sign of a massive, holy transition. Whenever I am about to do something entirely new and unprecedented in a person's life, I often have to completely quiet the chaotic noise around them so they can finally hear my gentle voice more clearly. I am lovingly drawing you closer into my presence, absolutely not to punish you with isolation, but to beautifully reveal myself to you in a much deeper, more profound way. You are not being completely isolated. You are being divinely set apart for greatness. And very soon, this long, painful silence will break, and the magnificent future I have been meticulously building in the quiet dark will become undeniably visible to the entire world. Your crucial next steps absolutely do not require you to execute them with flawless perfection. They simply require a brave, willing, and trusting faith. I intimately know that it is incredibly scary to move your feet when you cannot clearly see the full detailed plan laid out before you, but I am absolutely not asking you to see the entire staircase. I am only asking you to deeply trust that I do. Take the one single brave step that I am gently highlighting for you today. And I promise you, I will clearly reveal the next vital step immediately after that. This is the beautiful, sacred walk of faith, and I am walking right beside you every single inch of the way. Watch closely for the divine, undeniable signs I am placing in your path. Watch in absolute awe as I miraculously confirm the quiet things you have been sensing in your spirit. Watch how I seamlessly align impossible situations that you could never, ever make happen relying on your own human strength. Watch how I beautifully, completely restore the agonizing years you thought were permanently wasted and gone forever. I never, ever waste a single drop of your pain. I never waste a single agonizing second of your long waiting season. I never waste a single fleeting second of your precious, beautiful life. You are just about to confidently walk right into the center of divine, perfect timing. Massive, intimidating doors that stubbornly refused to budge before are about to swing wide open with effortless grace. Incredible, life-changing conversations are going to start happening in high places that you did not even have to initiate. Massive, unexplainable resources and provision will begin to flow into your life from the most completely unexpected, surprising places. I am permanently unlocking the abundance that was previously held back from you. And this is not happening because of who you know in this temporary world, but entirely because you intimately know me. This is your designated holy time to rise up from the ashes, not someday in the distant future. Now, not when your external circumstances finally look perfect and easy. Now. I am actively breathing fresh, vibrant, miraculous life into the dead, barren places of your soul. I am beautifully reviving the massive, world-changing dreams that you buried years ago because they hurt too much to hold on to. I am miraculously reigniting a blazing passion in your heart where it had grown freezing cold and numb. I am bringing a blinding, radiant light to the exact places in your mind that felt overwhelmingly dark and entirely hopeless. My constant loving presence is my ultimate promise to you, and I am standing right here with you, always and forever. You have waited with such incredible, breathtaking patience. You have believed when it was incredibly hard to believe. You have endured physical and emotional storms that would have completely broken most people. And now, my beautiful child, you are going to finally receive the reward. Hold tightly onto this profound truth. Speak it boldly and continuously over yourself, your family, and your home. Begin to walk in this reality with absolute confidence, as if it is already a done deal. Because in the spiritual realm, it absolutely is. I have definitively spoken it into existence, and when the creator of the universe speaks, it absolutely must come to pass. No demonic force, no earthly institution, and no amount of bad luck in hell or on earth can ever possibly stop what I have officially declared over your magnificent life. I lovingly caught every single tear that fell from your eyes, and I have carefully held them in heaven as the very seeds for the massive, undeniable miracle you are about to see bloom. Absolutely nothing about your pain has been overlooked or dismissed. I have been carefully, protectively watching every single step, every single grueling trial, and every single time you bravely chose to believe in my goodness when it would have been so much easier to simply quit and walk away. And now, I am moving in massive, undeniable ways that will permanently silence every single one of your doubts and beautifully confirm every single promise I have ever made to you. You did not click on this message by mere chance or algorithmic accident. You did not just end up reading these deeply personal words out of idle curiosity. You are sitting here right now because I specifically, lovingly summoned your spirit to this exact place. Because your battered, beautiful heart was finally ready to receive the immense blessing I have been preparing for you since the dawn of time. My voice is loudly and clearly calling out to the very depths of your spirit today. This is your monumental, life-defining moment to lean into my embrace, to completely believe without reservation, and to deeply trust that the massive purpose you have been carrying inside you is just about to be born into the world. You have been beautifully, heavily pregnant with divine purpose, and now the glorious, long-awaited time of delivery has finally come. The emotional contractions have been incredibly, agonizingly painful, but they are the absolute, undeniable proof that something profoundly real, living, and magnificent is about to enter your reality. This massive, unprecedented breakthrough you are about to step into will not just radically change your personal life. It is going to completely, permanently shift the entire spiritual atmosphere of your family tree forever. The suffocating heavy burden that has been hanging like a dark storm cloud over your mind for years is going to shatter and break today. The deep, paralyzing confusion that has clouded your daily thoughts will miraculously lift, leaving only a brilliant, crystal-clear blue sky in your mind. The agonizing, heavy burden that has made every single one of your steps feel incredibly slow and exhausting will suddenly, completely vanish into thin air. Because when I finally move my hand, I move completely and utterly. I absolutely do not perform halfway, incomplete miracles. I do not offer a partial, temporary emotional healing that fades when the music stops. When I restore life, I make absolutely all things brilliantly, breathtakingly new. You have often questioned yourself in the mirror, wondering if you were truly strong enough to handle the massive challenges ahead. Let me whisper this profound truth into your soul. That required strength has never, ever come from your own fragile human effort. It has always constantly flowed directly from me. I am your endless source of life. I am your unshakable, indestructible foundation. And because your beautiful life is securely built upon my promises, you will absolutely not collapse. Terrifying storms will undoubtedly come. The fierce winds of life will absolutely blow, but your massive foundation will hold fast, because I am the master builder who meticulously placed it there. You may bend in the fierce wind, but you will absolutely never break. You may stumble on the rocky path, but you will never, ever fall to your destruction. I have securely wrapped you, your family, and your future entirely in my eternal promise. Take just a second right now to look back over your shoulder. Look at all the incredibly devastating things you miraculously survived. Think deeply about the terrifying times you honestly did not see a single way through the darkness. Yet here you are, reading these words, still breathing, still fighting. You survived not because of your own limited human power, but entirely because I lovingly, fiercely carried you through the fire, because I kept my protective hand over your fragile heart. And if I safely brought you through all of that unspeakable darkness then, what in the world makes you think I will not do it again right now? I am exactly the same God. My fierce, protective love for you has not diminished by a single fraction. My infinite universe-creating strength has not faded. My absolute, unwavering commitment to your ultimate happiness and success has not changed one bit. I know perfectly well that there are still tiny, shattered pieces of your heart that feel incredibly fragile and tender to the touch. I know there are massive, beautiful prayers you have quietly tucked away in the back of your mind because it physically hurt too much to keep hoping for them. But I am gently, lovingly asking you today to brave the vulnerability and hope again. I am asking you to throw open the doors of your heart and completely believe that incredibly good, miraculous things are still entirely possible for you. Believe that a pure, unadulterated joy is still waiting for you just ahead on the path. Believe that a profound, unshakable peace can still be your daily reality. You have been anxiously holding your breath for so incredibly long, constantly bracing yourself and waiting for the next terrible blow to fall. But right now, in this holy, safe space, I want you to finally exhale. Let it all go. I want you to close your eyes and deeply, peacefully rest, because I am permanently lifting the massive burden that has been way too heavy for you to carry for far too long. Your beautiful season of struggling is over. Your glorious season of thriving begins today. As you bravely step into this new dawn, your human hands may desire a physical reminder of this heavenly decree, something tangible to hold close to your heart when the winds of life try to blow your faith off course. To help you anchor this divine frequency, a collection of sacred spiritual tools has been carefully prepared for you at Luxury Gold Palace. These are absolutely not earthly fashion items. They are powerful prophetic points of contact. Magnificent stones of creation like amethyst, citrine, and blue topaz have been beautifully set to serve as physical anchors for this exact blessing. They are brilliant touchstones of divine light, designed to help you physically grasp the unshakable peace, radiant joy, and clear vision that heaven has just released over your life. If your spirit feels a gentle pull to carry a tangible anchor of this unbreakable promise, you will find the link to these sacred tools waiting for you in the pinned comment below. If this divine word brought profound peace to your weary soul, share this video immediately with someone you love. Sharing this prophecy is how you multiply your own abundance and become the vessel that extends heaven's healing to those silently crying out for a miracle. If your spirit feels completely validated by this message and you are finally ready to exhale, declare your agreement in the comments below. I surrender and receive. Let writing these words be your final act of releasing the heavy burdens of your past, permanently sealing this divine promise, and stepping beautifully into your new season of ultimate peace.